G'day listeners, welcome back to the Catterboxes presented by Ford. Oh my goodness, so stoked to be back with you. Becky Webb, my co-host, welcome. What have we got to look forward to on the show today?
Big show today. We've got Rankin with Georgie Rankin, obviously, our favourite Seggy.
Our favourite Seggy every week.
Our cute little guest, Zali Friswell's coming on. We've mentioned her a few times, but keen to have her on, have her thoughts and opinions rolling through with you guys. But also, shout out to you because I feel like you've just been just a little rock for me lately. So shout out to you.
I don't want to spoil what I was going to do today, but I'm going to, it's the thought that counts. I'm going to say it. I had grand plans to make you homemade crumpets and bring him to the pod. It will happen one day.
I can't wait.
I know. Now I'm going to spoil it, but I just want to see. Yep, okay, it was a positive reaction. I will continue with that plan.
I will love that. It would be great. I'd be so thankful for that.
Listeners may not know. I'm sure they don't know. I don't know. We have because of the pod, we have a coffee each week, and it's just been awesome. Sorry, not a little love fest, you and me, but
I reckon we talk about the pod for 5 minutes and the rest is just gas
I think
back.
The producers know that. No, we
Sorry,
debrief training, we
with
debrief
Meg.
leadership.
Go. No, it's good.
No, it's been awesome. It's been awesome to get closer with you, Becky Webb. And this is just the beginning, Dal.
Yeah. How are you doing anyways, Dal?
Yeah, no, I'm doing really well. We're looking out across GMHBA Stadium. Look, I'm a bit shook that there's still a cricket pitch there. We've got 48 hours till the game. But nonetheless, it's so exciting to be back here. Obviously, I mean, to think that they play world sporting events here and that we train here is just train and play here is such a treat for us. And I think it's been we've pushed to the side the fact that we've been away for the past month, but now letting the excitement just flow that we'll be back here, mate.
It's so good. I was saying to the girls earlier, like, there's no better feeling when you're getting prepped for the game and you're driving into GMHBA and then just setting up ready to go run out that race. It's just that different feeling. I feel so professional.
I know. We are professional.
I know, but it just feels
it adds that layer.
We're so lucky to have such a great stadium and
we are.
Facilities, so it'll be nice to be back out there.
Yeah. And generally, I mean, I don't know about you, but it can be that grind of sort of 3/4 of the way through the season, the third quarter of the season, whether you're 6-2 or 6-3 or have struggled like we have in previous season, it can be a bit, the grind is real. And yet I feel like now we're looking back here to round 10 and then hopefully onto finals, and it's a real uplift the past sort of 48 hours especially.
Yeah, absolutely.
Are you doing, I don't want to speak for you there, Dal. How are you feeling?
Yeah.
How are you doing?
No, I feel very similar to what you're saying, kind of like that grind the last couple of weeks, but looking ahead for this weekend and finals coming up, like just feeling really good about it. So keen to pull on the boots and have a kick on GMHBA again, which would be nice.
Yeah,
but no, other than that, feeling pretty good.
Have you got anything for me?
Well, it was my birthday on the weekend actually, so
and how is it
22.
being 35?
22. Anyways, so
and Taylor Swift released a new album.
I'm not. Oh.
I know you just brought her into the.
Yeah, I did.
I didn't rate it. Don't hate me. I didn't rate it.
Okay, I won't listen then. But I have my full license now.
Whoa!
And I still have my P's up. I need to take them
just
down.
As a safety net. I've got the safety net of a P.
Yeah, legit. I feel like you can't get in trouble for having them up, but you can definitely get in trouble for having them down.
Was that an issue?
I have had one up and one down and got done for having no
half
P plate. Yeah.
All or nothing. So you got to be all
3
or nothing.
demerit points. I don't know if we can talk about this, but that was pretty hefty. Anyways.
3 demerit points for having only one P plate up?
Yes.
Goodness me.
Anyways.
Now you've got 12 to play with, so all good.
What do I have for you? I have sponge cake for you. That's what I had for my birthday and it was so good.
Okay, take me through it. I want to know.
Well, I didn't actually make it. My housemates made it for me and it was just beautiful. I haven't had a sponge cake in years and it was just so
Was there jam and cream involved?
Jam and cream,
in the middle?
Yep, and
gosh,
cream
I wish I knew
on
the
top.
proper name for this. Hummingbird? No.
Oh, is that a thing?
Oh, gosh, no.
Anyways,
I'm going to have
delicious.
to Google while we're on the pod.
That is
I'm
what
glad
I've
they
got
did
for
that
you
for
because
you.
I reckon you could make a pretty good sponge cake. So
thank you. I haven't tried, to be honest.
You haven't? You are a good cake maker though.
Oh my gosh, that is not... I've cooked that.
What's a hummingbird?
And not cooked in a in a baking good way. That's not a hummingbird. I'm more of a dense, moist, carrot cake, chocolate mud kind of gal, but honestly, I wouldn't put it past myself. Probably could.
Yeah, absolutely. Have you got anything for me, Dal?
Well, Dal, I've re-entered after 10 years Crocs into my... Yeah, I'm back on the Crocs. And I fear that I'm 10 years too old and 2 months too late to this trend, but I'm doing it.
I love it.
I got the white pair. I'm not going to lie, I follow an account called Cool Mac on Instagram. I think he's like the official photographer creative for like LeBron James and his family.
Oh, right.
Anyway, put up a pic of LeBron's kid. He was wearing them. I was like, sick. Same. You and me, same.
I don't know if the followers, I don't know if the listeners follow me on Instagram, but I did take a very great picture of you up in Adelaide with a great kit with your Crocs on.
Great fit.
So good.
I have, no, it would be remiss of me not to mention our teammate Kalani Schooler, who was rocking them a couple of weeks ago. We have a difference of opinion on those little I don't even know what they're called, things that you put in them. I'm not into them at all.
Bubbles or something.
No good. But each to their own. Our line coach gave me some shtick about it.
Which one?
Finchy. He was sending me like a meme on it, and he's not a particularly texty guy. The head coach suggested that my selection was now in doubt. Then I said, treat your feet, mate. And then I sent him that Instagram pic that I'd seen, and he okayed it.
Yeah.
So, and the only funny story to come from that is that a case of mistaken identity.
Yes.
Tell the listeners what happened a week ago.
Well, Meg sent me a photo of her Crocs, these beautiful white Crocs, and
which we'd been shopping for. We had a little look.
Yeah, we had a little look. And
no luck.
It kind of inspired me. I was like, okay, I want to get white Crocs for my birthday. I'll message my sister and say, this is what I want for my birthday. Anyways, Meg in my phone is saved Meg McDonald, and my sister is called Meg Webster. Anyways, I get a text message from Meg with a photo of these white Crocs, and I've got, what have you got for me? As in podcast related.
Yeah, I said, what have you got for me? Like, this is what we'll be talking about in this segment.
And I've gone, it's my sister. She's got me my Crocs for my birthday. Now she wants to know what I got for her birthday because we're closing birthdays. And I was like, sent a photo of this skincare toucher, I think it's called, and a box of favourites. And I was like, yay, or something like that. And then
I was like, love this from you. I'm also going to Mecca now. Love that skincare. I love the like purple, anyway, moist. And
I was just like, love that for you. And then you sent a photo
there would
back.
have been 6 exchanges before you
I picked on. And it wasn't until you sent the photo of the lip balm that you've been looking for ages. I've gone, this is Meg McDonald, not my sister. This is the one. We
both have this lip balm. Anyway.
So funny. But yes, that was the story of our...
Loved it. Then we voice noted, and I probably don't sound anything like your sister. A couple of great Megs, though.
Oh, good.
I highly recommend them.
They look great, by the way, and I'm excited to get mine.
Thank you. Got a lot of feedback on them, but my foot's never been happier.
Oh, good for you.
All right, should we crack on with a bit of
football? Let's acknowledge first that last week we were absent.
We completely intended to record a pod via Zoom in Adelaide. We had a particularly short week, and time and captain's runs got away from us.
Yes.
Absence makes the heart grow stronger. Fonder. Yes. Stronger and fonder. But
we're back.
Shout out to Rowan, who was no doubt ready to record, and we really stuffed around. And the week before that, let's just say we said something we shouldn't have, and that pod got taken down. So it's been a rocky couple of weeks, but we've made it through and we're back. And thank you to everyone, particularly after the West Coast game. So we won't review the West Coast game other than to say Pride Round was wonderful, had a great win, possibly weren't as accurate as we should have been.
Yep.
But I had 3 people come up on the boundary line to say that they were podcast fans. So
shout out to you guys.
Shout out to the listeners. Thank you for listening. I'm shook every time someone makes it all the way through.
So cute.
So Adelaide. We found ourselves in Adelaide without time to record a pod, but with plenty of time to enjoy the sights.
Had our captain's run, which was good. Surprisingly hot in Adelaide, like
steamy, wasn't it?
Humid-ish.
I think is Adelaide certainly further north than Geelong.
think. But yeah, anyways, so very hot and sweaty, hot contest all day. That's what we expected from Adelaide anyways.
Apparently, reportedly one of the games of the year, says everyone who watched.
Yes, everyone that did say.
Would have been an even better game had the Cats got over the top in the end.
But no, it was a good game. Disappointing that we lost, but it was kind of good to reflect on a team like that and know we can stick it to the top teams. Absolutely.
I feel like, much like the case has been for the past month, we feel like we haven't yet quite unlocked our best football, and not quite our best football all almost got us within 2 points of the reigning premiers. So in a way, I don't think you wish for a loss, and obviously it had ramifications for our top 4 chances, but to go into the finals thinking that we've got what it takes, and to be reminded that we need to be to beat those teams, you need to be bold. We probably went back in our shells a bit in the fourth quarter. It's just what we need.
Yeah,
to be
absolutely.
honest.
Yeah, I think being really decisive and opening up the ground with our ball movement ultimately makes us score. And it can be hard, like when teams set up to take that away from you. But I'm excited for the weekend to kind of like really open that up and be decisive, take those short kicks and open up the fat side of the ground a bit.
And do you know who opens things up well? Quick shout out to Chantel Emerson. Had a cracker game off halfback. I don't think Team of the Week at the AFL knows how to spell Emerson, to be honest.
Yeah.
But,
well, every time I write her name on like a Google Doc, it always auto-corrects it. So maybe that's what's happening. I'm going to put it down to that.
Gunj took 8 marks. So I'm representing the defence here.
Yeah, the defence were very strong.
Hardcore mids, and we'll just link it up a bit better.
I think they had 15 more inside 50s than us. So to only go down by 2 points, you guys were great down there.
Thanks, Webby. But we also recognise our role in taking the ball forward effectively.
Yeah, we need to work on that one.
So look out for that, listeners, against the Sydney Swans.
Ooh, pumped. Home ground.
Straight on to next week then.
Yeah, love it. I'm excited. Are you excited?
I'm so excited. Yeah, cool. Webby, gosh, we've got an expansion team coming to our... Sydney and Geelong, they've been it's an awesome rivalry in the history of the men's game. Lovely, most recent chapter, or premiership. It'll be awesome to welcome them to GMHBA, and I think it's a really wonderful opportunity for us to be clinical, get the ball zinging around, and get ourselves where we need to be for what we hope to be a final series and a strong final series.
Yeah, absolutely. I think coming into the finals, trying to play our best footy as we can will really bring us into that next week coming. So, yeah, I'm pumped for it.
Home crowd. Missed that, honestly. We walked off the ground at Adelaide and I was like, we would have won at home.
Yep. The crowd
it's awesome to start to think that has
great,
an impact,
isn't it?
Oh, it's wonderful. Shout out to one of my best mates, Vic. She's like, her dad's coming to the game. He's already so pumped.
I love that.
Great. He's moved to Port Arlington and he signed up straight away.
I love that.
How good.
Love that.
Yeah, that'll be great. It's a good mate of ours. 25th game.
Yeah,
huge, hey?
25 for Miss Nina Morrison.
That's the one.
Been a journey for her.
Has played Has played 19 of those. I think she's played 19 of those in 2022, which is incredible.
Wow. I didn't think of it like that.
I know. It's incredible to think it's only been 25 and only 19 this year because of the influence that she's had on our group and our program and the direction that we're going and her leadership. So I'm sure we'll say all this to her on the day when we give her a little pump up.
Absolutely.
But I know she's a listener of the pod, so if we forget anything, make sure we've already mentioned it here.
No, that's good.
One of our favourites to play with, hey?
She's great. I'm keen to see her pull on the hoops again. She does it well every week in and out, so it'll be good.
Speaking of unlocking some potential, she's ready to unleash, I reckon.
Absolutely.
She knows that too.
I thought we could chat to the listeners a little bit about it's coming to like last game of the home and away season. Personally, how do you elevate your game, Meg, for the next couple of weeks or more to come? Like, thought we could talk about what we want to improve on. And
as an individual?
Yeah, as an individual.
Okay.
I think like as a team we're growing, and that doesn't really happen unless the individuals start lifting as well. So is there anything that you've been working on at training or in your game that...
Well, you know Webby. Thank you for the leading question. Obviously, just want to be better in the contest.
Mm-hmm.
I think aerially, contest stuff, I go okay.
Yep.
It's the old ground ball drive outs. Not coming from a football background until my 20s, you're probably not as adept at the like grit and rough and tumble, and I'm just going to like have this secure ball and fight my way out and look in the mirror and be like, you're a big gal, use it.
You're so good at it. I reckon the last few weeks
I've been trying, mate. I've been trying.
I've loved it. I've loved seeing the drive out from you, Meg, and you're so powerful. So
thanks, Webby. And I picked that one because that's what finals footy is about. So I'm told is to be able to do that stuff and to be secure with the footy. So I plan on doing that this week and then for many weeks to come. And on a team level, I think our defence is just focused on role clarity has been such a strength of ours this season, so we want to sort of get back to that and make sure that we're playing to each of our strengths down there.
Sure.
Handball, over to you. What are you working on?
Good. I think the last few weeks I've probably dropped off around transition and hunting the footy. I've probably held the contest around the ground quite well, but when it's been my time to go, I think I need to recognise that quicker and just explode a bit quicker. So coming into this round, that's probably something that I'm looking to do more. That explosive speed around the contest is something that I can have up on my opponent. So if I can do that this week and in the next couple of weeks, I think that will take my footy to the next level and involve more people around the ground. So keen to do that.
Speaking of power, you're probably the most powerful person in the team, are you?
Mate.
You'd be top. No, you'd be top. Oh, you. No, it's a love fest now. But no. No, you're the quickest. You would be one of the quickest, for sure.
Yeah.
Use it, mate. Get full. I can't pop a 50-metre bomb like you can. Very good. My speed was put to the test last week. We didn't mention that. I look forward to being on all the Goal of the Year footage from now on.
Oh, gosh. Don't you hate that? Well, I thought your form was great, by the way.
Thanks, mate. I didn't get injured doing it, so that's the number one goal. And quick shout out, by the way, we have no injuries.
Yeah.
There's an article on AFL Women's Day that said, how's your list shaping up into end of the season? I think we were the only team with nil on the injury list. So
very competitive team.
And availability and selection headaches, great spot to be in. So
that's good.
Love those focuses from you. Do you know anything about Sydney?
Not a lot. I think give them a couple of years in the system and they'll be a good team. I'm excited to play them this weekend. They've got a great coach.
Week on week, they've been improving.
Oh, absolutely. And I think this weekend coming, they haven't won a game, we should mention, but they're going to come out, nothing to lose, probably play some really great football. So, but I know if we play our system our way and put our hands on the ball first and have it in our forward half more often, we'll hopefully get the W. But
I've actually played with, I reckon, 3-4 of them.
Yep.
At our local level, and I think there are so many stories in that team that are a testament to people's commitment to developing their game. Like, I played with them at the Falcons, and girls that have been trying to get drafted for like 5 years, and now they've got their opportunity. So I don't think there'll be any chilling in the last week of the season because they've wanted it for a long time, and they're starting to taste what improvement feels like. So we once handed Richmond their first win on his home deck. Never again.
Never again.
That's our warning to Sydney. Never again.
Nah, excited. 5:10 Saturday. Get down. It would be good to have our support behind us this weekend at GMHBA. There's nothing like it, playing in front of the crowd and the fans. So come down.
Come down. I know two gals that are pretty excited about it are our little Seggy master, Georgie Rankin, and then our special guest. So should we get to them?
Let's do it. See you.
All right, Webby. It's that time of the week again, and to be honest, again, missed it last week.
Our favourite Seggy.
Our favourite Seggy, favourite gal. I think we've stressed her out a bit by being a little bit late today, but that's okay. She's a working gal. She's got to get back to it. It's Rankin with Georgie Rankin.
Woo!
Or the Rankins. What is it this week?
No, it's with Georgie Rankin.
Just
that.
you.
Just me.
Woo!
Just me.
Proud of you.
Coming up with
What
something.
do you got for us, Dale?
Well, as the listeners, I was about to say viewers. Well, there are cameras, so they could be viewers, viewers and listeners.
Down the barrel.
Would know we have one of our teammates, Nina Morrison's 25th game. this
Go
weekend,
girl.
which is so exciting off the back of her journey so far in the league. So off the back of that, which I put out to you two earlier, we're each going to contribute this week in ranking 2 of our top moments with Morrison, and these can be shared or witnessed in terms of some of her excellence that she displays. Would you like me to start, or are you guys wanting to take
You're the
off?
boss, mate.
Yeah,
you
you
need
can
to
start
tell
us.
us.
I'll set the tone.
Oh. I was going with you decide, but Becky's going with you start.
Yeah, you go, Dal.
Amazing. All right. So, it's hard to pick 1 and 2. But I'm going to go off the back of a feeling that she gave me, off the back of something that she did. So,
Way to center yourself. Well done.
so number 2 is actually her first game back, but I want to say after the second ACL injury.
Yep.
As listeners would know, we were housemates for a very long period of time, and I think I saw a lot of the first one, but we also hit COVID in that first one, which had us separated a little bit. So I was actually went home to the Gold Coast for a while. She was doing her rehab at home in Williamstown with the family. But the second time around, I really felt like I was there and I was present for a lot more of it, and just saw what she went through, the way she handled herself. So that first game back was just a feeling of pride, joy, all the emotions wrapped up into one. And what I respect the most is the way she just channels her energy to focus on the game and never let that overwhelm her. And that would be so hard. There's so much external noise. And
For listeners, was that it was the first game this year, season 6 against North Melbourne?
Yeah, it would have.
Because I think, second ACL, end of 2020, missed that whole season.
Yes.
Was going to come back.
Yes.
Didn't play
Yeah.
2021, and then came back against
Came back. Yep.
North.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, this is your one.
Yeah.
That's the one, isn't
That's
it?
the, yeah.
that's the one.
After she missed the whole one off the back of it,
Yeah.
was she going to get into the back end of the season and just knew it wasn't quite right? So, so much maturity in that to go. I'm not ready yet, and so just it had been such a long wait, and I was just so proud of her. And week after week, it almost became a running joke between her and the coach that there was just another one under the belt.
Yeah.
Which is amazing. So for me, that's one of them, and that's probably one that shared because we played the game, but witnessed in seeing that was massive. My top moment in which I shared with her, which is probably to other people listening would seem quite minor, but was very significant to me, was the Gold Coast game that we played in Mackay.
Yup. I knew we should have had a discussion.
Well, there's 2 parts to it. I reckon
Okay.
mine's quite specific. I don't reckon we're going to be on the same page.
Okay.
She had a breakout game. Let's just put that out there.
Yep.
That was the return of Nina Morrison.
Yep.
But the incident that I'm talking about was very specific, and it was actually there's a ground ball coming out of defensive 50 in the pocket, and I'm running out. I was playing the wing. We were both playing the wing at that stage, I think, or she was inside mid. I was a winger, and I'm rolling and coming towards the footy, and she's sort of coming on the angle at it. And in my journey in the game, I was still in my infancy, really, of learning the game and building my confidence. And Nina just went, "Gee, yours," blocked for me, held out. And at that point in time, I was quite a new player. A lot of other teammates would have gone and won the footy. Mm-hmm. Not about just because that's I'll go. And the trust that Nina put in me, and it was so small, may seem insignificant. In that moment, I thought, she trusts me, and that's my teammate. That's the relationship we have. And it was something that I have every season. I reckon at some stage I reflect on it, whether it's with another teammate, a coach, a family member. It was so significant to me, and that was one of my moments that I shared with her where I went, "You back me in, and I just have so much respect for you and the teammate that you are." So there's my
crucial
2.
question though. Love that.
Did you
Very
pick the
moving.
ground ball up?
Were you clean? Yeah, were you
I
clean?
picked it up and I executed, and I'm pretty sure I told her about it afterwards. Thanks, Needs.
Leave them all for me next time, babe.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
Love it, 9. Love
Oh,
it.
sweet.
Oh gosh.
I'll go next. Mine aren't as probably should have left you for last year. That was really nice.
I can bring the tears, all good.
Okay. I don't rank these two in like a order, but 2 highlights I had with Nina. One being, it was Vic Country, actually. And
Love this. Take us back.
Taking us back to the days, me and Nina have been lucky enough to play a lot of footy together in the pathways growing up. So
Pretending she's a country girl, was she?
she was pretending she was a country gal.
Okay.
And we were playing up in the Gold Coast against, I think it was Queensland. And I just remember this really chain of handballs down the whole ground. Me, Nina, I think maybe Liv Purcell was involved as well. And I think we got it from the back pocket and we handball chained and ran all the way up till about like the 50 and ended in a goal. I can't remember who kicked it, but that was a massive. I just remember like us looking at each other and just high fiving, and I was just like, oh, this is just great memory of Neen's. And then my second one has to be getting drafted with her in.
Oh, that's special.
Yeah, 2018.
That is very special.
Yeah, it was a very amazing day, and I'm lucky to share it with her as well. And just can't wait to play, hopefully, the rest of our careers together, and keep building off the back of that. So yeah, they're my 2 highlights of Nina Morrison.
That'll be a special story after playing so much together. And one day, when that day comes, which is a long way away, coming to the end of your careers and just
reflecting on it all.
On it.
Special. Love the gal.
All right, bring the tears. Here you go.
Nah,
Where's the tissues?
No, the tears. One was similarly that Mackay game. Brought her own footy. Incredible.
Oh, absolutely.
Had made, I think that was in between, it was after the first knee. He'd come back, hadn't quite found form, but then just that day in the sweaty humidity of Mackay on a really, I can't remember the context of the season, but to get a win away from home was really important for us. But then specifically, I have this footage from the broadcast of after the game where I'm sort of walking with Maddie McGann celebrating.
I know the one.
You know the footage?
It's on her Instagram, isn't it?
It is, might be on her Instagram.
Yeah. We just need to get that snippet.
We'll share the Cat Swimming story. And she just, I'm trying to say something about the game to her, and she just like, this like the pumpedness overwhelms her, and I couldn't tell you what she said, but it was, she's a very passionate gal. Like, when she feels it, it's like, oh my God, we're not going to work on a podcast, but like,
we need to just
she was
get the
pumped.
footage.
Grab your
We'll
shoulders.
Did she grab your
No,
shoulders?
she was
grabbed
and
something,
it was like,
but she like sort of jumped across me, and I got a fright.
Yeah.
But it was just like this like flex.
It was a flex.
She was super pumped, which is, I think, when Neen's is zinging. That's
it.
You see it after like her return game against Fremantle.
Yes.
Kicked
Kicked
first
a
goal. That
Yeah,
one. That's
100%.
special mention on the moments. Tried to go ride her bike after a snap goal earlier this season. Anyway, loves the celebration.
Ride her bike. I know the one.
You know the one.
I know the
ride
one.
your bike.
Yeah.
So that just from a footy form one, but then, and this isn't a specific moment, but I was almost, end of your career's a long way away. I was almost reflecting the other day about, what will I think back on? Maybe it was during Joel's retirement, and I was like,
Getting sentimental.
I was like,
What I'm going to say in my press conference speech that I'll set up for you.
I was about to say, who's writing it for you?
I was like, Nins and I spend an awful lot of time in the aquatic recovery room together. Too much, some would say, but I do think it's those moments where we've been chatting to the coach for too long, then you go past Jono's office, you chat for him for too long, and then all of a sudden you're in the ice bath and it's like 10:30 at night.
Oh, it's
but you're
later
just
than
talking
that.
footy.
It's later than that.
Well, it starts at 9:30. couple of in and outs. Kate Darby's also usually a special guest.
Yeah, she's around.
But I could really make an argument that across the whole team, that's where the gel happens, is in that recovery centre. So I think it'll be those moments where you're just like deep in a deep invested conversation about how we're going to make the team, or what we can do, two people, to make the team better and to take us forward. And a few cries have been had, a few laughs, and plenty of good for the muscles. So
Love it.
those are my two. And yeah, I can't wait for her to add a big fat 0 on the end of 25.
Oh, I know.
I don't know if that, We'll do our bit to try and progress the league. And I
just
shouldn't do this. I know.
But it is exciting because these girls will get full time. They will be around.
These girls.
What are you talking about?
All right, guys, I'll hold on. I'm holding on to the back end.
25?
24.
Yeah,
24.
Come on, mate. It's a bleak outlook if you don't think you're going to play full time.
But it's exciting. I look and as you said, the stories and the moments that one day will be reflected on will be as much as there definitely could be more than 2 right now, but there will be a plenty.
Yeah,
a plenty.
You've done a great job setting the stage for a huge performance from 9 on the weekend.
9, well done.
9, that's one of yours.
That is one of mine.
35 and 2 goals in a Cats win. So looking forward to it.
Did you hear that, 9?
She'll be listening.
All
Thanks,
right, ladies. Enjoy
Thanks
the
for
rest of your
coming
potty.
back
On your Gigi.
Rankin with Georgie Rankin.
I think she was a little concerned that we'd probably given Nina too much of a rap this season, but nothing undeserved.
Oh, God, no.
She's a legend.
Massive milestone this weekend. Excited to see her out there again.
Yeah,
She'll
and
wear the
excels
hoops.
under the pressure of us giving her a big pump up. So
you know what I loved?
all good.
Getting on the bus after Adelaide's game, she's like, girls, it's my 25th on the weekend coming.
I'll tell you a story about Neen's. Very quickly. I used to drive her to and from training when she was under 18 and lived in Willie, and I lived in Melbourne. And so I asked her after round 1, I said to her, we were just chatting about injuries and whether we'd had any long-term injuries. Mm-hmm. And I was like, no, I've been very lucky. And she was like, yeah, no, I've never had anything. All good. She did her ACL that night.
Oh,
did you know that?
Yeah, the
Zero
Thursday.
brings that up. That Thursday, yep. So that was no good. And then, I kid you not, a few weeks ago she was like, do you know what? If I play every game this season, I'll play 25 by the last round. And you know what she did? She didn't break it, dislocated her finger that day. I was like, no mention of the games. No mention of any of this. All pump up all the time. Anyway.
Love her. Pump her up till...
That's it.
Till we can't anymore.
Get on your bike this weekend.
And our guest this week, cute little Zals. She's had a few mentions on the pod. I think she's pretty rapt to be on, to be honest.
She does. We were brainstorming who to bring on. Like, one name keeps coming up. Friswell. All right, here we go. Get her in.
Frizzy.
Welcome back to the Catterboxes, everyone. Great to have you, and great to have, I must say, a guest, another one of Becky Webster's housemates.
Hey, Zali. How you going, doll?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
Oh, look at her. She's
Zali, what's on your face, by the way? But
I got a little
makeup?
A bit of makeup on my face from little wingmate Michaela Bowen.
Little black eye.
Were you two trying your hand at like contested work?
Yeah, just
don't be doing that.
Yeah, just
you don't need it.
No, but she decided to whack me in the face, so I got a bit of slap in the face, and got a bit of a black eye.
How do you go looking in the mirror?
Not too bad.
Do you keep thinking you have something like there on your eye?
Yeah, someone says it looks like you've just decided to do a bit of makeup and it just doesn't work out. So.
Is that what your mum said?
Yeah.
I thought you must have got it on the weekend, and I was trying to like work out in my head. Trying to work out what?
Keep going.
Sorry. I was trying to work out in my head how you and Michaela got on the same side of the wing to get a contested ball together and get a whack in the eye, and then
system's broken.
It was at training, so that makes sense.
No, I was just going to say, maybe you remember I had that huge mark.
Your mark on your face. I came
off the ground on the weekend at the end of the game, and I looked in the mirror and I had this like red thing on my cheek from contact because I caught one in the head. I almost got my head taken off. And I was dead set convinced it was never going to go.
You were pretty set on it. You're
like, this is a new addition to my face.
This is not going to go. And I'm like, dull, it will go away in a couple of days. And what happened?
Look, it went away. I was really, I was saying to Becky, I was really torn, Zals, because I was like, I both equally wanted to be right, but I also didn't want the thing to be on my face permanently. Anyway, you look great. Speaking of Angela, straight into the questions. Do you listen to the pod or do you just get a summary from your mum?
I do listen. I try to listen on my walks, but sometimes like the other week when got a bit of a mention about the hoodies, I walked in the house and Mum was like, "Oh, you just got to listen to the pod," and I'm like, "Why is that?" And she goes, "Just got to listen," and I'm like, "What have I done wrong?"
Were you a bit nervous?
Yeah, a bit nervous, and then like she made me, force me listen to it at that point in time.
Forced you? Goodness.
And I'm like, whoa. And then, listen to it and, yeah.
Don't endorse forced listening.
No.
Or do we?
Did you enjoy it though?
Yeah. Nah, pretty good content.
Oh, love it.
Yeah, I had to dress up for it today, Bobby. How about you?
Not
no,
so
you're
much.
comfortable. You've lived together.
Live together. Got the track backs on. You got the nice hoodie on. That's good.
It's big.
All right, Doll. Hard-hitting questions. You have had a stellar season 7 off the back of a great season 6 as well, but I feel like you've just taken that next step in your development, and your leadership on the ground has been highlighted throughout our meetings and your direction, and it feels like you've played footy for us for years now, and you're telling which wingman to go where and stuff, which can be difficult, I guess. Like, you've only just come into the system yourself, so to know the structure off the back of your head like that's amazing. But do you want to talk to us a little bit about how you reckon you've progressed this season, and what are some key focuses you've had coming into the season?
I reckon this season has been a big step in my development, just because last season came in and was like big step from what I came from. So came in, and I think this season that I've like tried to develop on my leadership on the field, and like I'm a bit quiet here and there, and need to speak up a bit, but just trying to just get people around where they should be, and positioning and stuff like that to help out like young Chook the other week and stuff like that, and even like other people who come on the wing who don't think they like maybe in the wrong position, so help them out. And I think that this year that I've just decided to like enjoy footy, like I do enjoy it, but like focus on that and focus on what I can do, and like just focus on week to week rather than what's in the future. So
Yeah, there's a lot you can do, mate, and you come off the ground. I remember it was against Essendon, and you'd had an absolutely cracking game, and our head of footy, Jono, I was saying as much to Jono, and he goes, and she's only 18. She's only 18. So you're doing very well,
December.
mate. 30th of December. She's a young spring. You have 2 seasons before you're 19. Huge. True or false? Is the wing the hardest position to play? What do you reckon?
Well, it depends what kind of position, but wing's very, very hard. You just got to be in the right position every time. If you're not there, you kind of get a bit told off or something like
you
that.
get found out if you're not in the right spot.
Yeah, so if like half the time you're not really used, but if you're not there and the ball gets thrown out there, then you're in the wrong spot. So it's pretty hard, and I feel like you have to kind of know every kind of position in the ground where you need to be and what you need to do and stuff like that. So every position's hard on the football field, but wing's pretty hard, I guess.
Oh, who kicks it to you more, me or Becky? To be fair, out of the team, I reckon we kick it to the wings a bit, you and me.
Yeah, we do love the wingers.
No, I get a fair bit of the ball out of the back line from you, Meg, I reckon. But even Becky,
because you've transitioned defensively, and we love that, and we'll reward that.
Or you're just taking a mark back there anyways.
Yeah,
and kickstarting it.
Taking a mark.
Maybe kicking it to Meg or me.
Actually, there was a moment in the Adelaide game where I should have kicked it to you, and I tried to kick it to you, and I ended up kicking it to an Adelaide player, and that was the first line of my review on the game. Just
what were you
Zali.
thinking?
Just hit Zali.
Oh, true. Oh, love it.
I know, you're doing it really well, mate.
What do you like more, handballing or kicking?
That's kind of hard. It depends in the situation. I reckon, I've been told I got a good kick, so I need to kick more.
A good kick.
But I think even last season I used to handball every kind of chance I got, but I probably like kicking a bit more. Yeah, hit targets, so probably.
You're a good kick.
But our handball game's come along, I reckon, because of your strength in the contest state has taken another step this season. I'm seeing you drive out working with Finch here training, trying to be like Becky Webster.
I need to be doing a bit more of that, I reckon.
What about, obviously one of the keys to being a good wing is like running capacity. Can you tell us about your background with running and what distances you like? And I remember one of the first things you told me was that you broke Nina Morrison's record at the at the combine. Confident young girl.
Yeah, so ever since I've been young, I've loved long distance running. So used to do athletics and cross country all at school, and been to state a fair few times for cross country and athletics. But I just love long distance running, like even past 10 kilometres, 15, love that. Like in the off season, love going for long runs and stuff like that. But did break Nina's record in the combine.
What did you get?
I got 7:08, but it was on Strava because of COVID, so technically wasn't broken, but
Oh, it's unofficial.
Yeah, so might have to have a 2K.
I think I could strap my watch and Strava to my car and still not run under 8 minutes for 2K time trial.
I wasn't actually running a lot then, so I feel like I could break the 7-minute mark. I don't know.
Oh, God, no.
I don't know,
because
because you're getting stronger.
If Anola turned around and said we had a 2K, I would probably pull a hammy that week. Say I pulled a hammy that week.
Pulled a hammy. Knowles, I thought we'll focus on speed.
Oh, gosh.
What else? So,
Frizzy?
I mean, you're 18. You're in the very, very start of your career, but we're in a fantastic position as a team at the moment, looking forward to finals. You have your own sort of aspirations for, this is a big question, but for this group of players and how quickly or long-term, short-term success, long-term success, how are you feeling about footy as a whole and being part of the Cats?
Yeah, I feel like it's really good. The whole group's very inviting ever since the start. So I feel like, just growing as a group together in the next few years. But of course, finals coming up, and of course I haven't played finals AFLW footy, so which would be pretty good. But I feel like just looking at the group and seeing what we can be in the next few years would be really good.
Love that. What do you reckon you'll be? Do you sort of have players that you look up to that you want to emulate, or is it wing for life, or is it transition into inside, or is it 1 week at a time?
Well, at this point I do love the wing, of course, love it. I've always wanted to work on my inside game, which don't know if I'll end up being inside or rotating on the wing. We'll see what the future holds. But I do actually, Nina doesn't know this, but I do look at Nina a bit, because just, of course, her running capacity, and I just love how she just goes in and under for the footy, and just love her just grit on the footy and how she works around contests, and she's kind of a bit of a role model for me.
Shout out to Nina this
potty.
Again. I love it.
The things you learn
on
a Thursday Arvo.
Final one from me, Zals. Is there a highlight over the last couple of seasons for you personally coming into the AFLW, and any moments or games that you really reflect on and just are proud of or excited about, or gets you excited about the next week, or anything you want to share with the listeners?
Well, I've played a bit of finals footy throughout my kind of footy in juniors and stuff like that. But looking at at the Calder Cannons, we got into a final at my last year, and we ended up losing, but that finals footy, that's kind of the last time I kind of played, and just shows that, oh my God, it's really good and gets you really pumped. So hopefully just end up a bit further this time. But I'm really looking forward to how finals will go.
Love
awesome. I thought you might say that first goal. That was great.
Yeah, that was good.
No, we'll say it for you. Just take the set shot from 40 on the Gold Coast. Love it. More of that, please.
So good.
How many goals have you kicked now?
2. Should have been
2.
3.
Same.
Same.
Love it. Thanks for joining us, Dal.
Nice.
Hope you had fun on the podcast. Hopefully your mum gives you the feedback.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks for having me.
Should have brought some quince paste.
Oh.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda. All right. See you, Zals.
See you, Dal.
Love your work.
See ya. Thank you.
Love playing with you. Oh, Webby. She's an angel.
She's so sweet.
She's got the most beautiful balance, I think, between confidence, knows her strengths, and modesty.
Oh, it's so good.
She's got so much to work on.
I don't think as the years go on, I don't think I'll ever look at Zali and just not want to cuddle it.
I know.
She's just so
it's
sweet.
Like when people say little babies and you just want to eat their face. But just look at her and she's 18. I still have that feeling.
Yeah, she's so
smiley.
Sweet. Oh, it was good to have her on.
It was.
Some good insights. I think that's us done. We better get to training. Deacon tonight. Hopefully the rain
more at
holds
Deacon,
off.
I reckon. Many thanks for having us as our alternative training venue. Such great supporters.
Yeah, they've been great.
We'll be back. No
as long as they cut the grass. I am getting a bit itchy.
I think grass everywhere in October is itch.
But no, I'm excited. Keen for this weekend. Let's go do it.
Let's go.
See you, Del.